everybody, I'm Evan with the Midnight Horrors, singer and rhythm guitar player primarily. Been in the Midnight Horrors since the beginning, so we've been playing together for the last, math is hard, 8-9 years, something like that. I'm getting a yes from my cameraman, so that must be correct. What I'm sitting on right here is my cab that I use. It's a Laney, got it from Texas. From somebody in Texas who didn't want it apparently. It's technically an extension cab. It's like a 2x10 I want to say. But I really like how it sounds. Primarily got it just because I was sick of lugging big old like 4x10s around. Just the 4xs kill ya. Having to get those, shut those in and out of the venues sucks. So that's why I picked up this guy. Love it. Volume's exactly what I need for my on-stage monitoring. Then I got my head here, which is custom. Been playing with this for I think almost as long as we've had the band together. I think I started out with a different head and it ended up dying. So switched over to this guy and it's just been a workhorse so far. I like it, it's solid state. I don't have to worry about leaving it out in the cold, it getting too banged up or anything going out on it. So yeah, I've been super pleased with that so far. In terms of, I love my snarks for my tuning. That's all I really use. This is the Snark Air. I kind of really like these because it's small and kind of hides on the head of your guitar. Otherwise, my pedals. I've been using this Dark Matter TC Electronic here recently. Just general distortion pedal. It's got a true bypass for all you music nerds out there. I've got it set in the downward voice position if that means anything to you. But yeah, I have the gain, the level turned up like 3/4, leave bass and treble where they are. I don't really need any help with those. The rest of the tone I just get from my guitar. When I first started playing, I was primarily using just an overdrive pedal. I used a Surfing Bear overdrive pedal for most of the early Midnight Horrors stuff. In the studio, we'll just go through our producer, his virtual speakers. So he's got some really cool plugins. The stuff sounds great, so I don't have any complaints there. But yeah, when we first started, I like the really kind of simple sound of the overdrive pedals. I liked a lot of high end and low end with the mids cut out. Through the years, I've gone through a couple different guitars. When I first started, the guitar I used was a Fender Jaguar. I think it was a Modern Player edition. I like the tone. You can hear the tone in our first single that we ever recorded with Taylor at Han Audio. I've got this guitar here, this Danelectro I used for both our first EP and some various other singles and things around that same period of time. That guitar and this Danelectro right here both did a lot of the work for our first EP. Typically when I played them live, I would use get a lot of top end and bottom end, kind of not use so much mids, even though they have really nice mids. They're really kind of vintagey sounding guitars. This guitar, I had the stock pickups in it when we recorded Blackcraft Curse. So it was a different setup. I've since swapped out some different pickups. I've got a Gibson here in this position. And shortly after that, I switched over to what I'm using now, which is Gibson Les Paul Gold Top. Like it's a studio edition. So it doesn't have the body binding, but I love the P90s. I've got my lady here. This guitar, my wife names all my guitars. She named it Marilyn. When we first started, I wanted the very top end and low end with the mids cut out. Now I really appreciate, just my tastes have changed, and I really appreciate that mid growl that you can get from a Gibson. Also, make sure you stick around, stay tuned. We've got a new EP coming up. It's going to be 5 songs. It's going to be some really cool new material, so stick around.